Page 5, A Walk in the Park. 3/4 time, 2 sharps. Is it D major or B minor? Those are the two scales or 2 key signatures with 2 sharps. Let's look at the end. We're here. They've got a 7th chord in there, but really this is a D major chord. So I'm going to guess this is in D major. Right hand first. Starting 2nd finger on the E. 1, 2, 3. See that little grace note there? Leave it out for now. That's called an ornament. You get these little ornaments in this piece throughout. When you're first learning a piece, I strongly suggest you leave out the ornaments. You can put them in later. Let's just get the main notes first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't forget the F sharp. And this is, counting wise, that's about it. There's not a lot going on there. Look down at the 4th line. You hear here? Now you get 2 voices. You see the E and the F, the stems going down, stems going up. 2 voices. Hold the F sharp down the whole time. 1, 2. So you hear? So the whole measure. Again, the 2nd measure of the 4th line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. And then at the end, those 2 notes are held down forever. You get them there. Left hand, it's just, again, 2 voices. We've got stems going up and down, so you're going to hold that down the whole measure and then add that A to it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. You still have 2 voices in the last measure, but because they're playing the same rhythm, they combine them on the same stem. That's why they could have used 2 stems on those notes too, but usually they just combine them. 2nd line, 2nd measure. 1, 2, 3. Third line down, 3rd measure. Here, 2, 3. Now another fingering you can use here is a little more advanced fingering, but you can try it out. This is the 3rd line down, 3rd measure. Instead of 5-1, try a 5-2 on that, and then a 3-1, and you're doing that. Your hand's big enough, you'll run across this type of pattern, not these notes necessarily, but a similar pattern where this kind of fingering, 5-2, 3-1, will come in very handy. So if you can, I encourage you to try that fingering out. Otherwise, go ahead and use thumb on all that stuff. But I'm going to use 5-2, 3-1. And put the hands together. So you hold that D down. So we got 3 notes going. Right there. Tricky. And 2nd line and the 2nd and 3rd measures, right hand here. The D is tied. You hang on to it. See this curved line? That's tying those D's together. You just play the G. You're just switching. The D's down now. Now here, next measure is 4th measure. So it's a little tricky on which notes you're holding down when, and it's important that you hold them down the length they're supposed to be. So the F sharps for the whole measure. Hang on. Here, 4th line down, 2nd measure again. The D and the F sharp you're going to hold down for the whole measure. So it's like so. It's like, whoa. But do the best you can. It's a challenge to keep these notes held down the right length. It's important that you do that. That's also a reason why we play this first without the pedal, so we can hear what the fingers are doing, because the pedal will cover it all up. Doesn't matter what the pedal covers up. You still do it with the fingers and the hands. Now we can add the articulation and the ornaments. So it's slurring in the lift up between each of these slurs, just a little lift up. And this grace note, there's a difference of opinion on how grace notes are played. People don't agree. They've never agreed. Way back in the Middle Ages when they were playing them, they didn't agree. They still don't agree today. Different ways. The grace note, the way that the little line through there, it's a very quick little note. Sometimes you can play them at the same time and release the little note. That's another way of doing it. Some people play it right before the beat, so the main note comes on the beat. That would be with the G in the left hand. So it would be this. Some people play it on the beat very quickly, so it would come with the G. So it's this way. I mean, it's so fast you can't really tell if it's on the beat or before the beat. When I was in college, I was instructed to play them all on the beat, most cases. I was told if they wanted it definitely before the beat, they would put the note before the bar line, and that's an indication to play it before the beat. As I said, people don't agree. Now I'm going to do it the way I habitually do it, the way I normally do it, and that means I'm going to play it on the beat. I'm going to play it with this. Like so, very quickly. You can play it before the beat, that's how you want it. Like so. Whatever. But that's what we're doing. Anyway, lift up between the slurs. You get down to the fourth line. Here, it's these two little notes. They're 16th notes. I play them like 16th notes, and again, people don't agree on how this should be played. If you have a CD or recording of how the professionals have played it, you can follow them. That doesn't mean it's the only way this can be played. This music can be interpreted multiple ways. So you might play it play the quarter notes on the beat, and stick this little 16th notes in between. Like so. 1, 2. Or you put the 16th notes on the second beat and 1, 2, 3. I think it sounds better putting them between the beats, so the quarter notes come on the beat. And that's how I recommend you do it here. So go ahead. So play the first beat, second beat right there. Just stick them right before the second beat. But the little grace notes, I'm going to play on the beat. You can play them before. Then add the dynamics. Starting out soft, that's the right hand. Left hand's very soft. Then you come up a little bit. In the left hand, you're very soft. Come up to soft. Don't come up to very medium soft, moderately soft. Just come up to soft. The right hand, when it comes in, that's going to be moderately soft. There's not a lot of difference between soft and moderately soft, so you're only increasing a little bit. So it's here. And then your second line, second measure, you come down. In the left hand, you can start that in the left hand moderately soft to give you room to come down if you want. To here. And then you go up to moderately loud. In the left hand, you only go up to about moderately soft. The moderately loud is for the right hand. So you can increase a little bit, but not all the way up to moderately loud. So the second line, second measure, you're coming down. So it's here, softer, softer, now a little louder. Da, 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 da. Now they have to practice the dynamics. And then the right hand's moderately loud. And here, both hands together. Here, moderately soft, a little louder. Now come back down. And then like you were at the beginning, soft. Then you have a retardando there at the end. You slow down a little bit. Like so. Now this is a hard piece to hold all these notes down and put in the dynamics like that. This is going to take some time. Then on top of all that, once you kind of got that under your fingers, add the pedal. And we're just going to, for the most part, legato pedal, but only where they're telling us to, so we're not pedaling everything. I'm going to push the pedal down right after I play the notes. I'm going to change the pedal after I play the notes in the next measure. In the fourth measure, I lift the pedal up after I play the first notes in the measure. So the first line is this way. Basically the pedal, and then at the end, the very end, when you're done, the pedal and the hands all come up at the same time. As far as the speed goes, it's a sauntering thing, whatever that means, but they give you a metronome marking, so that's, I think, about where I've been going. The idea. Now, I really hesitate playing it for you. I know there's CDs or recordings of this available. The problem is, all you do is you'll go listen to them and you'll just copy whatever they do. And I really don't like that. I would prefer that you be able to look at this music and read it yourself and get an idea what you think it should sound like, make an attempt at it, and then if you want to compare what you've done to somebody else, that's fine. But that's why I don't perform these things for you totally. I don't actually go through, here's how it sounds. No, but I will do a play with me part, and that's where we just checking notes and rhythms. We're not performing it. So I'm going to take it slow. I'm not doing the dynamics, just really, really slow to check to make sure you got the right notes and rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts. Let's play it together. 1, ready, go. Tie, 2, 3, off.